MSI, Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, Mountain Dew League, and ESEA.
Yes, the sun setting here in Odense sets the pace in the crowd for what is sure to be a hell of a best-of-3 going forward. We've already seen Astralis falter here in the first map, and they're going to be looking to bring it back here going into the second, so we need to make some sense of it before we get that far. What is exactly that the HellRaisers did right? Well, probably started in the vetoes, but of course I'm going to let these guys do the talking on that. We do have Chad, we do have Sponge. I mean, excuse me, we have Sponge, we have Pimp.
I haven't cloned myself.
Yeah, we don't need 2 Chads. Let's make sure that.
We don't even need 1.
Yeah, basically.
We don't need 1.
What we do need from you guys is 1 or 2 sentences on what the hell just happened. Why was it such a one-sided affair?
I think you started out right by saying they won some in that veto. I think the fact that they were allowed to pick Mirage and the fact that they dared to pick Mirage against Astralis was quite a clever pick. Obviously, it's easy to say in hindsight after watching that first game, but I think, you know, from an objective point of view, it made sense that they would go into Mirage. A very open map, a map where guys like Voxic, ESL, all those types of players can showcase their skill.
It's a map where they've been favoring as well, right? You know, this with the addition of Hobbit, they were picking it over there in Supernova Malta in some of the series, so that means that it's a map they consider to be one of their strengths, right? If you're going to be picking into it, especially against a team like Astralis, you're going to hope that it's one of your better maps as well as one of their weaker maps. Now, we spoke about the fact that the level on this map between the top 10 teams in the world is much closer. That's why Astralis can tend to struggle. But in this game, you have to think about it. They got blown out of the water on their CT side, right? That is where you expect the fundamentals of Astralis, that utility usage that we always talk about, really to come up trumps over anybody. And Voxic just walking into bomb sites, opening up rounds, having some fantastic impact. He was phenomenal. Obviously, he had a really good game, but everybody else was contributing where they needed to.
Well, we have an Astralis that has some of the best protocols in the entire planet.
Yeah, man.
They're able to really get in there and put a stop to just about anything and plug any hole. But in this instance, it would seem like Voxic was definitely putting some damage downrange on them, and dare I say, he was the better opper.
The way he was just allowed to walk into the B bomb site with a rifle, get 2 and 2 frags, and then switch over to an AVP to clutch out the round, that showcased pretty well how good Voxic is and how versatile he is as a player. He's not only an AWPer, he's also a rifler when he wants to be, and he's so skilled. And as you can see on the screen right here, stat speaks the matter. Device didn't have his best game, and he wasn't really that much on the AWP either, you know, because Astralis was pressured on the money situation pretty much throughout the entire game. I will say, though, that I think Voxic, you know, finally, in a game like this, he has been seen to struggle a little bit when he's facing the very best teams, but this one was just outstanding.
Yeah, looking a lot more free in that regard, and I think that both teams had similar game plans on their T sides. Both teams felt like they were trying to bully the B bomb site. Astralis did it, but they managed to do it through clutches, whereas HellRaisers, I think that the way that they stayed on top of that Astralis economy, the way that they not forced them into buys, but Astralis maybe made a couple of buys early that you wouldn't normally see them do. That kind of, at that point, the game was just running away from them.
Well, Chad, let's run away from our reality here for a quick second, and let's run into your playhouse, also known as the Telestrator.
Yeah, so we were just talking about the T-half, right, of Astralis and them trying to bully the B-bomb site, and in the pre-show, we talked about that execute over towards the site that they've been kind of bringing back into vogue. Well, we have an example of that here. Glaive, a fantastic player in this series, had a lot of clutches. So if we get this one going, you can actually see up here that this is where the lion's share of the players from Astralis are heading off the bat. We'll get this one playing out, and I want you to put a lot of focus on Magic's boy here. What he's going to do is he's going to throw out a bunch of utility early, and that's to bait the B anchor player's utility in exchange, right? Oh, there's a flash here, there's a smoke here, there's a Molotov here. In that case, he has to start throwing his utility to deal with what could potentially be a rush. Now, if we're going to focus now on Device, this is really important. You can see right now, everybody has their smokes out ready to go, but as we play, Device is going to throw his smoke really early. His is gone. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 10 seconds right now before anybody else has thrown their utility. It comes at this point, but if we pause it right here, you can see the rotation's already come in. There's 2 players on the bomb site. Voxic has already rotated from that window position here, Dead Fox over towards Cat, and because of how disjointed this execute is, Magix is actually going to jump out the window. You see him falling here at the bottom of the screen before the smoke's even landed. Now, as this plays out, this becomes a clutch situation, one of the many rounds in which Glaive was able to do that. We're just going to stay on his POV because he is the man to focus on. He's the man who gets the clutch. And what I can actually do is, because my toys are getting real fun, let me clear the screen. We can actually zoom right in, and we can just focus on Glaive here, who clutches out a massive 1v3 situation to actually, you know, bring Astralis into this. Sure, they lose the consecutive, but he had to win another clutch round later, And he was really the catalyst of them having any rounds to work with.
But just to you know, attest to what you're saying right here, that also comes down to the fact that HellRaisers have been studying Astralis, and this is a strat that they have been using before, right? So Astralis can, you know, they can get read out in situations like this. They know when that smoke is coming from the Vice, because that's not new. That's always been like that. He wants to be that lurk roll in middle. They know that this B hit is going to come, you know. So it's all about preparation and knowing what team you're playing against.
Well, the smoke shields and the mirages are all done and dusted because we're heading over to Dust 2 now. So we have a completely new slate, but one where in which Astralis are still with their back against the wall in this best of 3.
You would say so, but I think Astralis is a fundamental strong Dust2 team. You often think about Dust2 being this map where it's free for all. You know it from the matchmaking games, you know it from playing deathmatch. It's always Dust2. But I will say, if you're going to master Dust2 and if you want to be really good in Dust2, you have to have your fundamentals down, especially surrounding this long area, which is the pivotal moment and the pivotal part of this map. If you don't have long control, either as T or CT side, you're going to lose out Dust2, simple as it is. So it's all about having that long control and controlling that area of the map, which opens up the rest of it.
Yeah, just to build on that point, I've been saying that a similar thing, that I think that Dust2, if you compare it to the previous iterations, it's not as brawly as it once was. I think it's a lot more structured. I think the Astralis era actually has something to do with that, right? The fact that they just got blown out of the water 16-8 by HellRaisers. I think the last time they had a loss that was that bad was against FaZe Clan in Chicago, which was a 16-7, I believe. So and also we haven't seen Astralis play Dust2 since I think it was the 11th of November. Possibly, if I'm getting my dates right. So there's been a bit of time, whereas HellRaisers, we actually have most recent sample size with Hobbit, and Hobbit will be anchoring that long position, right? So that point of the map that you're talking about, he has a really big job to do as the rookie on this team, right, as the newest addition. He's going to have to lock down that part of the map. Voxic floating around with the AWP, Angel is the link player, Dead Fox and Issa over towards that B bomb site. So something else from Supernova that I noticed with the way that Angel liked to call, at least on the CT side of this map, was lots of aggressive mid pushes with their low buys or with their, I guess, bonus rounds. So those are a few things that Astralis are definitely going to have to look out for in this matchup.
Well, I don't take this to be an Astralis or a team that, at least of their caliber, that's going to be stumbling and tripping over what just happened over there on Mirage. I mean, maybe perhaps you can attest to a little more, Jacob, here with regard to their mindset, but quickly, of course.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I think they are, you know, the team that sort of invented this whole thought process of bringing in sports psychologists and making sure that the players mentally is ready to face any given situation. That said, though, we haven't seen Astralis being pressured this much in such a long time. The pressure is immense. We have the Instant Grand Slam. We have them playing at the home stall. This is a map they need to win.
They need to win it, and we're going to find out if they can do that. Astralis versus the HellRaisers here, and this could be an early but slow start for Astralis in this best of 3. Take it away, Henry Greer and Matthew Trivet.
Thank you so much, Stunning. Yeah, we will do that because it's Dust2. We don't see this often anymore, Henry. We really don't. It doesn't come into best of 3s at all.
Nope, not at all. It's surprising. It's such an iconic and legendary map, but overall, teams shying away from it.
The last time I saw it was actually in a Minecraft-looking version on Crunker.io.
Exactly. That's where we've all seen it recently. But either way, we're into it. HellRaisers actually have a decent chance here to find the 2-0. There's lovely Rush. You can see the camera showing it. Oh, there it is. Thumbs up as well. Love to you, Rush. See you later. And
we got an observer cam?
Yeah, it's new.
We need to bring that up and troll him all the time now. As if these observers are becoming such divas that they get camera time. He probably gets more camera time than we do at events.
Either way, it's going to be a long attack here. Astralis losing both pistols on Mirage, but this one looking successful as Voxic, one of the main protagonists of the previous map, goes down quickly. And it will be Glaive to follow things up. Hobbit absolutely deleted there in spawn, and the A side is open.
Angel sitting down towards CT. They'll back off. They'll throw the bomb across. There's not really any need to. They don't have anyone composed to take a challenge. However, they do on Catwalk, and Magisk is ready to shut them down. This will be the first pistol for Astralis, and I say with good conviction that it should be, and is, as 3 kills from Magisk. All convincing. I guess that's one way to do it, though, right? If we don't go on camera, we can't build our brand, but we can let Rushly do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's everyone's winning, pretty much.
Except us.
And we'll get into round 2. I don't think we'll see a force buy here out of HellRaisers. It's going to be full eco, and Astralis preparing for the 3rd round as well. They're not going to see an eco Deviso. Might have enjoyed to have seen that. Maybe him just going PD50 armor, just so he can get the AWP in the next round. But overall, Zipex looking to get some damage done at the start. It's actually Deviso hits Voxic twice.
Yeah, that was a body shot, then followed by a headshot. Zipex takes down Angels. So Scout, I'm not personally a fan of buying a Scout when you have weapons and you're against pistols. I've always thought it's a force buy situation gun. I'm terrible with it, so I don't really like it, but fair enough, he's made it work.
think Issa and Hobbit can do much about this, though. Both of them holding towards the A sites and hoping that somehow, some way, Astralis make their way through, knives out towards A. They get a couple of kills. Not going to happen, though, as the bomb's planted towards B. And that will be the round completely over. It's going to be 2-0. Will they survive? Is the main question here, but it's not really worth chasing. They've got absolutely nothing to save, and it's only Yuda's got the rifles to give away. And Debris will find both kills. He'll get Hobbit and Issa there, no problem. But HellRaisers do have enough to buy up in this third round here. They were full eco in the previous. You'll see a mixture, I would assume, of M4s and SMGs here. A couple of SMG players, perhaps, just to get the utility up. It's Angel and Hobbit yet to buy. You can see they've got 4 rifles so far. Hobbit might want to go for the lesser weapon, but he goes for the 5th M4 as well. They still get the smokes and a few flashbangs, but no diffuse kits. That's the main problem. And 1 incendiary. Voxic picks that up as Device and Co. now holding up with their rifles. Didn't really lose anyone in the previous round, so that scout's still up. Zipex looking for players crossing towards the pip. Going to find one, but can't find the shot straight away. Makes up for it on the repeat, but Voxic will trade him out.
Yeah, pretty straightforward shot for Voxic, given that he was still inside of the doorway. Just lined it up, sprayed it down. Angel gets Dupree. Let's top the side on A. Nade thrown back in his direction does very little damage, and he'll comfortably sit and wait to see if there'll be any more aggression in that direction. In fact, take that back. They're not going to sit and wait at all. Voxic's going to join him. They want to push, take catwalk with the man advantage. Bomb's heading that direction. This could be an easily tradable situation, but they've got to be careful of Glaive on top of the headshot box if they walk around too quickly, because he's found the first. Angel to get one, but now knows Magisk is also in the corner trying to bait him back, and does. That's very well done from Angel. He's looked solid this series. 3rd kill for him. Bomb goes down. Device trying to make up for it by working out at long, but they're aware because no one over toward B this whole time, and still partially blind. Angel finds his 4th.
Great teamwork there. Angel, very calm in that situation. 4 kills for him. That's his entry to the game as well. So he's 4-2 right now. Incredibly strong towards short. You can see him aware of the prospect of there being a couple of players behind the first he killed, and just hits absolutely everything. Very good with that silenced M4. Not going to break the money, of course, for Astralis just yet, but it's the first round on the board. They're going to have a stronger buy now on the CT side. This is where it all kicked off for Angel. That was the 2nd kill of the round, and just kept finding kill after kill at that point. His teammates flashed him in, and he was able to find the 4th and final kill. And Angel now, once again, going to be challenged. So blind, though. Magisk can do nothing about that. But they have got a player behind the blue bin. Will there still be a chance here for Astralis? Time will tell. Dupree trying to negate the smoke now, but can't negate the bullets, I'm afraid. And we'll go 5-on-3, and Angel continues to find multiple kills. 2 for him in this round.
Yeah, he's looking very, very good. In-game leaders can't frag. Says who? Did you ever use that excuse, Henry?
No, I've always been, I hated that statement. Like, if you feel like you can't frag as efficiently as you normally would, you're probably just not an in-game leader. It's probably the main thing.
If it's taking that much of your brain capacity,
yeah,
it's either that or you're like Tarek with a peanut brain.
Yes.
Voxic gets Zipex. It's a meme, guys.
Yes. But that's a very convincing round. HellRaisers are certainly up and about for the 2-0 here, as they have now forced Astralis to an eco. That's presumably going to be 3-2 on their CT side. It's a map we, believe it or not, it's been back in the pool now for about 6 months. We still don't know that much about it because, as you pointed out, we actually see it probably less than Nuke at this point.
Yep.
It's weird.
Yeah. I guess you could come up with a theory as to why. First off, it's come back into the pool, so no one's taken the time to relearn it. Even though I don't think the meta's changed that much, I just think that it was such an even map for everyone. It's not. Yes. It's not pool defining, right?
No one's a specialist in it, right?
Exactly.
So no one wants to risk challenging a lesser team on it because it's so open and so much.
It's like a neutral ban. It's very, very rarely the first ban. It usually comes out in the 2nd phase.
Yes. And Melissa, I'm going to check the corner, certainly not. Thought about it, but only gives up the MP9s. That's not a huge deal. And there might be another kill where Angel actually without a helmet there. Might want to buy one in the next round. Well, to be fair, he's going to be up against AK, so maybe not. Wants to keep the money as strong as possible. But I'm sure we'll see the orbs come out for the first time here. It's going to be 3-2. HellRaisers edge the lead here. Voxic back on the AWP. I know it was a bold statement before, but I know Voxic is so good on this map. We've seen some absolutely epic performances from him on Dust2. One of my favorite players to watch in this map, whether he'll get warmed up, is yet to be seen. He was excellent on Mirage, actually best in Device in many situations, but everything reset now as they send 3 players over towards B. Yes, and Angel might consider pushing the tunnels here at this point. We'll see where they want to end up. It's Voxic who's challenging the long doors, but not fully. There it is now. Gets vision of the yellow car. I think he might have been spotted. Goes for a pop shot through the doors. Narrowly misses out, but this is where he could be in trouble. Dupree getting closer and closer to his position. This is baiting him in quite nice. I feel like Voxic might be done for here unless he falls back right now. Oof. There and there it is. Well played by Dupree. Great timing. using all those sound cues to get the advantage. There might be a couple of kills here, as Hobbit won't be traded out. That's actually a little bit disappointing. Zupri didn't have the backup from his teammates to really punish that positioning. Smoke goes down. It's not really effective for the CTs at all, really, but we'll hold Astralis off for a little bit and our rotations to come through. And Dead Fox is in upper B, so watch out for that. This fight between him and Magisk right now is going to find the round, and it will be a victory for Magisk, who had a very slow game in the first map.
Absolutely did. Too slow, some would say. Molasses running uphill. Frozen water. Constipation. Those are the only things I can think of that would be equally as slow. As Hobbit works back down to catwalk. AK in hand, he'll work his way behind the stairs. He can peek this if he likes to, but he's thinking about trying to get away because he's got to cover long at the same time. Flash out, that gives a chance to Glaive, who spotted his backside but didn't fire in. Flash counters off Hobbits, and Glaive goes back. He tried to spray in, optimistically wishing Glaive would walk into the bullets pre-addressed in that direction. Magisk waiting. Angel, thinks about going through. Flashed off. Magisk still finds him retreating. So good use of utility from Astralis this time around, and they'll get a bomb plant. They'll secure the round. It's going to be Issa versus 4, and he isn't going to leave the B bomb site, Henry.
He's certainly not. Not really much he can do with this. Very convincing round from Astralis. It all started with Dupree's long work. He went down, but they did capitalize in the end. They haven't broken the back of HellRaisers just yet, but focusing towards long, it seems Astralis will tie things up. As we go 3-3, maybe we'll see the double AWP setup come out for Dead Fox and indeed Voxic here. That'll be quite a scary prospect, but doesn't look like be purchased into just yet. Didn't quite have the funds to do it. I'm sure we'll see it at one point. If you're just joining us, it was actually a landslide victory for HellRaisers in the first map of this best of 3. Absolutely fantastic. They can do that against Astralis here. The new addition of Hobbit will set them up nicely for the tournament. Device quickly towards middle here, not wasting any time, gets hit up in the process, but still has a fighting chance to take down his rival AWPer. Angel knows his positioning. So that flashbang come through, waiting to see if the head will rear itself. He's going to have a chance to get Glaive, but doesn't find the aim quite. And it's going to be Glaive to recover, and they're getting a 5-on-4 lead, but Device still low.
I don't like that bounce. Just quite make it over and click the pipe, but Voxic's still on the other side of the doors, trying to fire back into it. Hobbit's on top of the A side. No one at long position to cover. That's why it's named that, I suppose, but with an M4, notably. They get forced off the flames and try and get back out. Does, very convincingly, to find Device on catwalk and manages to do it in such a way that he's not open to long. Voxic flashing Hobbit out for a secondary peek, realizes they're still down toward the pits and taps away. Very controlled to find Glaive. Again, I say that's not the best weapon to hold that with, in my opinion. You want an op there, even the extra ammunition, perhaps, of an M4 when they get close if you're going to play passive, but the A1S certainly holding its own, and Hobbit showing why. Did miss the fact that Magisk has snuck out from catwalk, however, and that may not matter with Zipix already taking him down.
Well, here we go then. 3-on-2, still a fighting chance here. The smoke not going to cover absolutely everything. As you can see, there is going to be a gap there. Magisk being dinked up in the process by Issa. So can they get the plant down here? It doesn't look likely. Zipex does safely get across, though, so at least a plant might be possible at this point. Anything more, though, doesn't go for it straight away. Doesn't feel quite comfortable just yet. There's the plant. That will be happening. No way they can deny that. Box again for the jump shot.
He hit it.
So, down to 13 HP. That should secure the round.
That should. I was going to say low HP. There was he hit another one.
Yep.
I was going to say there was a chance maybe he could isolate them and find one-on-ones at the dueling on the box, but that's just lovely from Voxic. Fair enough. It's now 4-3, and HellRaisers hold on to the lead once more. AWPs, 2 of them, in fact, carried over into this round.
Fantastic stuff. Jumping Orbishov to close it out as well. That is a reset, but luckily the plant does come through. They can afford to get one more buyout, but it won't be stacked. There's going to be rifles and an AWP, but not much else. As we get into round number 8 here. Here was the first shot. This is where he hit him through the box initially. Oh, this is actually the jumping kill, I believe. There it is. Not bad.
Wow. 2 for 3 on jumping accuracy. What a legend.
What a risk, but it all works out. And we go round 8, and we still have a pause here for Astralis as they calculate what they can do with this. I think Zipex had to drop the AWP. So Device will have that at least. Glaive with 2,500, Zipex with nothing. They're going to have to drop him a pistol or something. So fantastic opportunity for HellRaisers to really take the lead once again. We'll see if they can capitalize. We do get a treat this time at this event. We can actually hear what's going on. Doesn't really help us that much from Astralis or on camera.
Speaking Danish? Yeah. I mean, it could if you were educated enough to speak Danish, Henry. Like me, for example.
Maybe next time I will learn the language.
Okay. spend a lot of time on planes, you could just download the like podcasts for learning a certain language.
I feel like Danish would be quite low down the list of languages I would learn.
Okay, well, I'm going to let them know you said that.
But yes, I definitely could try harder.
What would be your first choice?
Spanish, probably.
Really?
Yeah. And that's the most, well...
Second most common
second
of
most
the
common,
Western
I think,
world.
yes, I was going to say Chinese or Mandarin is what I think about.
Mandarin or Cantonese. Missed the second shot, but yes, it did the damage early on. That allows Dead Fox to capitalize on it. Capital punishment, in fact, ×2. Assists in both cases to either the Molotov or the AWP that was not collecting the kill. Majisk does get him back, however. So soon as he does, Angel was already committed to the window. That's going to make it now a 3-on-2 in favor of Astralis. Molotov goes deep. Second one, Incendiary trying to deny the plant. Thrown out from Voxic. As we wait for Hobbit to sneak in from the tunnels, he's gone all the way around towards CT spawn, so he's gone the longest way possible, and he's got to be aware of great positioning in the corner currently from Glaive, because he is covering both approaches, and with his crosshair placement firmly fixed upon the one where Hobbit is, it's going to be very difficult for him to sneak in. That's the position that really matters. If he plays this wall, no matter where he comes from, he's got him covered.
This is Glaive, guaranteed kill, no problem at all for him. Voxic can't really do much of this at the AWP. If you had a smoke, maybe get the tunnels, but there's no bomb down just yet. So it's not all over. But Astralis, looking comfortable still. I don't think there's much chance of him finding something unbelievable here. And won't be able to punish Device. There was a chance for the quickscope to come through, but doesn't quite connect. It is going to go 4-4. Money actually in a bit of a difficult spot for HellRaisers here. Round 9. They might have to take the full eco at this point. There's HellRaisers just deliberating over their options here. Not going to take a time up looks at things. Just going to take the straight up eco and buy up next round. They only get 1,400 this round. They're all averaging about $2,000. They could buy next round, still won't be great with 1,900 coming through. But 4-4, already a map in the bag. Glaive with a long spawn, that's why he gets given the AWP. There is a lot of presence having the CTs there. This flashbang could actually yield a kill. I think almost certainly will now. Magus will defend best he can. He can't really challenge this again, to be fair. He has still got HP. I thought he'd get tagged up more than that. But there's an AWP at least. Not sure why Glaive fully committed to that, but...
Yeah, especially with the AWP. There's really not a lot of reason to be out there, is there?
I got the AWP and the crossover as well. Needs to be careful here. Isolated Astralis players, but a great shot from Device.
And they're aware of the situation. Not many players pushed up long. Not many players were aggressive toward the cave. Let's go back over toward B. They've already opened up from middle, and they'll clear the site now. So as long as Majisk takes care of tunnels, which he did consider, a lot of players might not, he'll get to the site and get the bomb down. Even a smoke for the cross, just to be sure. They know that op's up if it gets towards CT and catches him jumping over. Why bother even giving that kill away?
Well, this was a full eco round, and the fact they're taking an AWP away from it, it's actually pretty good. They could buy up next round regardless, so this actually just boosts their chances of winning the next, but it will be Astralis to get the 5-4 lead. Nice long approach. Again, Glaive didn't have to be there by himself in the open along. It's such a prime choke point of the map. And one flash is what took him down. And they'll get another kill here. So making this expensive at least. Dupree's been tagged up as well. Zipex to go down. If they can recover that other rifle, that would be fantastic. We'll see if it's possible for them. But around that would be full eco. You leave an AWP and an AK. But Dead Fox will be dropped by Device. And at this point, they'll be happy to save the AWP. And Device will be dropped as well. Looks like 3 kills will come in, so not the worst round in the world by any stretch for HellRaisers. They didn't get the secondary rifle, but they did get the AWP and a few more kills for Voxic there. As you can see at the very top, it will be Voxic 8 and 5. We want to see a bit more about him, and Dust2 is very explosive on this particular map. One defuse get available. Magus had a rough game previously. He's actually at the top of the scoreboard at 8 and 4 now. So coming back to life, it seems, and Astralis in the lead. Definitely be some correlation with that. Voxic flashed off, and a fast play towards short comes in, but Angel's there to pick up the pieces. He's only good for one, though. No one else towards short. Is actually trying to get himself on the A side to defend. Voxic waiting in spawn as well. Dead Fox with the second kill. That was towards middle to find Device, and the bomb is down towards top of middle. Hobbit seeing if anyone will sneak through that smoke. If anyone is going to, it's going to be Zipex.
Flash high for a repeat. Issa's going to crouch down on the ramp so that it can't be spotted, but it's... Okay, Glaive to get him. So Zipex to get Hobbit. That's really going to influence the round. Voxic held at mids with the Molotov. Didn't quite catch Magis crossing back over. That would have been bomb to make things just a little awkward in what would be a 2-on-2. Glaive now knows that he's there and positions very wisely on the catwalk. So Astralis looking smart on rotations and reads so far on this Dust2, but we're early on and it's, I still think, slightly T-sided map. So we're on par, on course, I should say.
Yeah. Well,
maybe we could check in with the Rushley camp, see if he agrees.
6-4 and another eco coming in. Lost bonus time to rack up now at the third stage. See if this will do anything for them. Means they can get some upgraded pistols at least. Deagles, PD50s, 5-7 for Issa. As Dupree is going for blood as he aims directly into the door. Trying to get some damage as they cross over that. CT's waiting by the door, and it's going to be a fast approach again. But it looks like Dupree will probably just take out his first player, no problem at all. Angel does get a 1D, quite handy with that particular weapon. I don't think we'll see any more CT kills here, but you never know. Device will get Angel, and now the other player in towards that B-bomb. So that is going to be round. We'll see if there's any more kills available for HellRaisers here. They've got a USP and a P2000, all looking good. 7-4 we go.
Still checking it out. They've already got window covered, device. Zipix wanted to make sure no one was hiding in closet. You know, trigger discipline and all that. Yeah. It's a thing. It's a factor. 7-4 looking very likely at this point. Dupree spots that dead fox. Hobbit just hanging out inside of CT spawn. Oh, dinked up on the way through. AK taken away. Hobbit's gonna get the AWP. Shot at the corpse. Was a little confusing, but this is big. They're going to get, okay, so they take the AK back, but they're going to get the op and get away. Another gun picked up, carried over. This is big money for HellRaisers. Zipix may not allow it, but Hobbit certainly ready for it. Top bounces deep. He's going to have to go wide, flash out. I think he's dead.
Yeah, absolutely. Well played by Zipix. Decent attempt there to get a couple of kills. That's 3 in total for the CTs on what we'd call an eco. But Astralis still win the round. It's just made it quite expensive for them, so that might come back to haunt them in future rounds. We'll find out as we get into round number 12 here. As Dead Fox, formerly the main AWPer of the squad, now more of a support player. Round 12, Vox picks up the AWP once again. Haven't seen many kills from in the last few rounds. Number 12 here, though. Device challenging. Lower platform now. Angel has been aggressive towards shore. Astralis seem aware of it. Molotov will land behind him, and he's already playing in front, so Magis could be in a spot of bother here, depending on whether he peeks and challenges towards the lower B position, which he does with a timing save. Magis,
oh, you say that.
Yeah, I thought he was going to survive. Well, he did, but we're seeing if the follow-up nade came through. And it will be him down to 5 HP, and they'll go for the long take here. Player in the pit.
Player in the pit. It's not been often that Summit's been in the pit, but someone is in the pit this time, and Hobbit's got it. It's actually very old school. There used to be boxes down here you could hide behind. There was ways of cleverly playing it with bait and crossfires. He's there alone. Smokes to isolate him entirely. Good for one. That's all Hobbit had in his game. How did Device not hit that? I thought it was a dead set match.
Yeah.
Game set match.
Game set match.
Tennis. Good to watch. Device will take charge toward long, holding onto the pit as Voxic is waiting. Smoke down. Does he try and amplify himself, climb above it? He certainly will. Oh, but he misses the shot. Now they know he's there. He's got to get off, and he's unaware that they're on the ramp. Somehow he gets away. Hits Device. 11 HP. Falls from the flames and the fire on the ramp, and down will go Glaive. Zipix to follow. Issa steps out from CT spawn to save the day, and it's 5 for HellRaisers.
Well, there we go. A very difficult battle for Astralis at long. They only lost 1 player, though, as Hobbit to get the information they were committing towards that side of the map. They didn't fall back, tried to push towards the bomb side there. Good crossfires from HellRaisers. Voxic especially jumping up, low HP, hit the first shot, then hides for his teammates as they take all the aggro for him and protect him on the bomb side. 3 survive the CTs. This was a shot. Goes down to about 10 HP, and that's when Issa can strike, when all the attention's actually on the bomb side itself. You see all the damage Angel did there to find those assists. They are going to buy up in the round. Dupree on a Deagle, the rest of them with rifles, and of course the AWP. Device has luck towards the B side of the map this time, around 13. There may be a B split coming through, considering their initial positions, but this is definitely a default. 2 players focusing towards upper, waiting for the smoke to go down before they can challenge the platform. But Dead Fox not challenging necessarily, waiting for anyone to try and walk in on a contact play.
May just Glaive, they're all there. Device goes for the peak first, clears box, smoke down, CT sided. And that's, I thought it was going to cost them out. You're right, the bomb goes in first. I thought Issa was going to be done for inside of the window. He gets saved by his teammate, and you're right, this could be a problem because now Dead Fox knows they're there. He's just going to spray in. It's calculated aggression as he fires and falls back to reload, gets back up spot. Zippix, but just down inside of the site. Bomb went in very early, you're right. And I thought if one's going to go on that, everyone go. Trade that toward window at the very least.
If one of you's been isolated by the smoke, especially the bomber, that's a mistake from Glaive to even challenge with the bomb by himself. He almost got one kill out of it, fair play, but at the same time, his teammates have got to commit with that, even if it does equate to a round defeat, because that was the worst of both worlds. Not only did he lose the bomb in the open, no one there to trade. Dead Fox could reposition to such a strong position. He couldn't have got multiple kills if you'd have just come out with him there. But the fact he gets towards the platform and kills two of you but he can't even see you suggests that really wasn't what you had in mind. So a little bit disappointing in that respect. And there we go. That's quite an exciting finish there for Dead Fox. Brilliant stuff. Round 14 is going to be the force buy from Astralis here with Deagle's CZs. And they have got long control, but can they do anything with it? Good flashbang. And they're committing as well. The ace play coming in very quickly.
Hobbit trying to do what he can with the M4. Stun one already. Voxic overwhelmed though, and Hobbit's now got to step up to hold the ground. Does realize the gun was picked up. That's a good chance to take down Glaive because he was going to be switching to that weapon and not ready to fight. Likewise, he'll find Magisk immediately after, but it's Device he wants. They're all going to want. They're all going to seek. And Issa, the one that was inside of the smoke, the one that find him. Believe it or not. I suppose at that point you just spray some random bullets. Over the best. 7-7, they've pulled it back. As we get to round 15, the only grayed out round left on our lovely scoreboard.
What a half. There's no money left. Astralis forced ball that previous. So they're pistols and scouts, but looks things. Two scouts, Device and Glaive punching those weapons. Dupree, the player dropping off for Astralis, it's time for final 11. As the scouts trying to do some initial damage here, and nothing connecting just yet. Re-peeking as well, and the CT did challenge, so one wants to take this challenge once again. See what's available here. Dupree needed at the start, and Hobbit holds in the car position. Glaive is there, might be taken down here. Absolutely will be. Trying to get towards the pip, Hobbit times it well. Drops the smoke here on top of the car. Interested to see if that gives him some sort of angle I'm not aware of at least. Doesn't look like that's exactly what I have in mind, but maybe Magisk has another plan for him. Certainly does. The scout will take him down. He gets tagged up in the process. 4 versus 3. Couple of smokes remaining and a tag shot on Angel. Not going to follow up with a frag just yet.
Zippix tagged with the CZ should be able to get the shot with the scout. He does. He actually does it on a crazy flick before dying inside of the fire. Now it's all on Magisk. He's looking for anything, looking for everything on the scout in this round number 15. Check this out. Over top, Voxic not looking. Get the deke.
No bomb though.
You're right.
Oh, hits that.
But he hit Dead Fox. Didn't go for the knife. No point at this point. Because what's the point? M4 picked up. Bomb still, as you say, is down on catwalk. Has to reload that M4, but he likes to stay with the Deagle.
They still have an incendiary on the CT side. There should be no chance for him, but that's not bad. Lands on Issa. That's good backup from Dead Fox. Issa's still going to burn, I would say. But either way, it will be HellRaisers winning the half after losing the pistol. They want both pistols on Mirage.
And CT sided on Dust2. Second time it's been 8-7 in their favor.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Angel. Great half from him again. Enjoyed his contributions, 11-11. Everyone fragging quite equally again on the HellRaisers side. That bodes very well for a squad like this, as we still need to see a bit more out of Voxic, I would say, considering this is a bit of a specialist map for him. But I'd say most of that good work is done on the T side. We'll see what he can do here as the second half will begin momentarily. Astralis already a map down and lost the half here in the second map. It was a bit of a wild card pick for them. Dust2, you would expect them to pick Inferno if the option is given to them and Nuke's been vetoed. So experimental in the group stages once again, just like they were in ECS and Dallas. Could have come back to haunt them. Time will tell. They came back and won that tournament. But this pistol round, very, very important indeed. We'll analyze the buy and see if we can work out what kind of play will be coming through. HellRaisers with 3 sets of armor so far. Dead Fox with the smoke P250 combo and a flashbang. Angel P250 as well. I'm going to drop them over to the players with armor though. They're going to have 2 smokes here. maybe set himself up for a B split, having one for CT spawn and one for the post plant towards the doors, or maybe head towards A and try and remove vision. But I'd say the B split's looking likely. Like, you don't necessarily need a ton of smokes to successfully A split. We'll see what they have in mind. Could go for that long take where they isolate the pit player with 2 smokes in the corner, but I'd say that's a bit too much of a risk. Initial smoke towards short. You can throw that every single round pretty much.
It's nearly catching out. Device getting aggressive in mid. Shots coming in from lower. He's got to run by.
So they're going for the short control first, and then the B split by the looks of things.
Well, that seems to be the case. Smoke down. Angel through, and he's got company. Just already back toward the window as well. We saw the shots already going toward Catwalk from B, but they seemingly were ready for this because they didn't rotate towards CT and Dupree. He has the first kill. He tries to go back out from the doorway, but they don't account for window. And Glaive, watching Alls, has no one covering him off, so he's sitting in the open. Knife Barista because he was out of ammo, jumped down, but just couldn't find the shots. And it's successful. A battle knife, but Zippix, he's going to battle back. He's got 2 already walking in from the doorway. Bombs planted in all of this, but Zippix finding a 3rd. He's looking excellent. A chance perhaps for him to clutch it back. He will. He's got his 4th and a 1-on-1, and it's Astralis with 2 pistols.
What an amazing round that was. So many storylines there, and it looked like HellRaisers had it in the bag. They get the bomb down, but Zippix denies it all right at the last second there. Angel trying to backpedal towards the tunnels and find safety, but realized he didn't have enough time. Had to go for the challenge. Zippix wins it out. 4 kills and survives on 30 HP. 1 bullet separating him from a disastrous situation. And then the AK is coming out in the second round. But looks at things from HellRaisers here. They're going for the quick buy. They want to see what's available to them. Bomb down a few kills as well, and they're going to get that extra money here. So this is definitely a very viable setup. PG50 is unable to make it work. Angel so close as well. He took down the devices, didn't have time to fall back. Zippix a defuse, and you'd actually say, Matt, in terms of firepower, you might actually edge it towards HellRaisers. They got 4 rifles, 2 of which are AKs, up against the 2 M4s of Astralis. This is actually quite an even round.
Very even round. As Angel gets up toward Catwalk as well. Device trying to work back down. Has Zippix over his shoulder. Has to step a bit forward to find the perfect angle on that. He's basically got a headshot. And that's it. So any movement would throw his aim off. Angel's going to go back out for it. Ice up close. Zippix should now get ready to battle up and back him up. Forward and back him up. Either way, Device gets a nade kill on Voxic, so it's just going to slow his approach. A couple bodies behind them, realizing now that they've got problems trying to take over the A site from Catwalk. Smoke down allows them to get toward the corner. Getting toward the corner gets them the shot to Zippix, but he still wins out the duel, despite being taken down to 22 HP. Glaive doing what he can with the UMP. Finally get a kill back, and then switching to the pistol as he was out of ammo. Confirms the 2nd round in a row for Astralis.
Here's Zonic from here. He knows how big that is for the team. That's a force fight from HellRaisers. They don't find a single kill. In terms of finances going forward, that's absolutely massive for Astralis as they managed to fend off absolutely everything. Deny the plant, didn't drop anyone themselves. No one needs to upgrade weapons here. They're up against just pistols. They're going to have a ton of cash going forward as they take the lead as well, 9-8. Just Glocks and a P250 for HellRaisers. And they've got a technical pause here. So we're going to take a timeout and a chance for us to work out what this round means, really, because can't really plant the bomb on a map like Short with nothing. You can, map like Dust2, I should say, you go towards Short and you can try and get the plant down for that area, but you need at least a flashbang to get the initial players taking their focus away from that. So they have to reposition, then you can overwhelm them at 5, but just Glocks and a P250, I think that's very unlikely.
We're waiting for Issa to rejoin. So we've got a technical timeout. I think it was just lag. Astralis side of things, they'll relax their ears. No one's allowed to talk at this point, and we aren't anywhere near them, so we can discuss all we want, Henry. There's no loudspeakers to give away the buys.
That's absolutely true. Glaive, just in case, put your headset on.
I was told.
Yep.
All right. Because oftentimes during these timeouts, if they're long and extended, they'll, with the in-ears underneath these, that can be, we've talked about this in the past, it can be kind of uncomfortable. They put a lot of pressure on the inner ear. So sometimes they'll just rip them off just to give their ears a bit of break. But that is not allowed, says the admin.
Yeah, we do need a better solution for that in general, don't we? In terms of like just one bit of kit instead of two, I guess. Truly soundproof gaming headset.
If it was like a Plantronic like they have, I think those are the Gamecom 380s or something like that, or I forget what they're called. And then it had like a webbing on the inside that had an in-ear built into it.
Okay, yeah.
So it didn't have pressure. So then you have the over-ear cup as your noise canceling, plus the in-ear built into it. That would be interesting.
Absolutely. Wow. Device.
I'll patenting that. No one beat me to it. I'm going to be occupied for the rest of this game. Disc device. This is aggressive. Tunnels. Ah, okay. That did mislead us because they were all
no,
five back in.
the players are confused.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, even Astralis thought that was live.
Okay.
So actually both teams are, even HellRaisers thought that was live. So apparently it was the same issue for ISSA that happened, and then they called it, so.
All right. Well, it's full eco anyway.
Before you killed, okay, so Angel was, okay. So HellRaisers didn't think they were live. Astralis thought they were. And we thought they were, to be fair.
Well,
our producer thought they were as well. He just said it in my ear.
Particularly happy about it, I'll say that much.
Hey, look, they're going to be up against pistols, so it should be okay. It just means they can't necessarily run that aggressive B play next time.
Yes.
That only works if they're not ready.
That is kind of annoying as well, because Device got the first like, kill as well, right? Because he's Yorpa. That's $600. He might not get that anymore.
That's true. That's it's a good point.
So it might seem like it's going to
go up. It went live. Voxic lagged again, and they wanted to call a stop, but then kills came in before they could get the command into console, is basically what I've deduced from this. But either way, we're going to, obviously, as we did, we're going to restart the round, so.
Yes. Well then. I'm sure it's all fine. Looks like it's just got a small keyboard issue.
Oh, I got a small one too, don't worry. I understand the issue.
Waiting for his...
Actually, to be fair, I have like the biggest keyboard to ever exist at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if I can say it for sponsor
No, unless
conflicts,
but it's a Logitech one, you can't.
It should be Logitech, if you know what I mean. Maybe you can fix that for me.
I think that they've sent you enough recently, haven't they?
Have they?
I thought you got a massive care package recently.
Yeah, that's because I did the sim racing event.
Sure. You need more?
I'll always take more. Nah, they did. They were nice to me. But I could use a keyboard because mine is like, I'm pretty sure if I hit someone with it, it would kill them. It's so heavy.
I have to use the tiny keyboards. I like the 60% ones. I've used those for so long. I've got a big keyboard like this we have right now.
Than you need.
Yeah, this feels so alien to me. It's like, oh, it's so big. Okay.
Yeah. James Bardoff also uses the very tiny ones.
He does.
He's got about 20 of them.
He's got ridiculous amount of keyboards.
Keyboards and sneakers. That's going to be his man cave when he gets older. It's just going to be shrines of each.
It's not bad. His keyboard's still working, apparently. He just suggested to get a new one. So it still works when he joins the server. It's when the game goes live, it stops working. And this is the new one. He can't buy or even walk.
Bizarre situation.
So you can get in the server. It works up until the point they go live, and then it all falls apart. So certainly not ideal.
No, it's not. They're kind of chuckling over the issue right now. Angel. They're making some jokes saying they're just going to go buy him a new keyboard right now if they'll just sit tight. Now, there is a power center just down the road, probably about 800 meters away, so maybe they can run. If they're fast about it, you and I can talk. I don't mind. We could even get Rushley in on the conversation.
We probably could. He's the new star of the show.
The observer cam.
Wow, it looks like we are good to go, I think. Well, those headsets going in, I hope.
I think he's putting them back in because he had them hung up over his ears. Again, they're trying to relax their ears a little bit. I don't blame them over a long best of 3. There we are. I said we could talk. They'd bring us in.
Oh, there we are. Hi. Could we get Rush in there as well?
Yeah,
and
he can just sign language with us. That would be interesting.
That would be perfect. Then we got the perfect show, really. So, I think we're good to go. As you can see, bums are in seats, headsets are on heads, and hopefully this will be the start of something fantastic.
And Voxic looks ready to go to sleep.
Well, there it is. The
music change.
The music changes.
The freeze time's about to go live. They are readied.
So, will we see Astralis push again? I don't think we will. We're like, well, we'll just play normal now. Cut our losses and try and boost towards short. You can see they're fumbling that somewhat. Boost almost pointless now. Oh, stop, same thing.
Oh, no. So as soon as the round goes live, his keyboard stops. That's interesting. What could possibly be interfering? It must be word.exe.
Like, yeah, that has been known to cause issues at the tournaments before. It's the same issue. The keyboard's on. You can see the lovely lights.
And they said it works when he joins the server. It's when the game goes live, it doesn't. I don't understand that. And it clearly is responding to his clicks because the lights are changing colors.
I would say it's probably because it's in like a USB 2 port, maybe. Try the USB 3. That would be my advice. That would be my go-to.
All right, admin Hank on the case. He's going to fix it all up.
That's where I'd be looking towards.
Here comes the head admin. Speaking of that, Mihai.
Maybe he heard me.
Maybe he did. He's like, all right, man, let me deal with this.
That can be a common issue of newer products. They don't play nice with USB 2.0. But this isn't ideal. So it looks like we might be... I can hear it. Well, we can maybe just take a chance to listen to this, man. See what's going on.
They said, let's try again. Third time's a charm, maybe? Maybe just swap the whole keyboard out at this point. Now, having a mechanical keyboard is essential, but of all of the pieces of equipment you were going to switch and get away with, that would be the one.
Yes, you can play with pretty much any keyboard. Doesn't matter too much, really. As long as it's the same size, I guess.
Yeah, or yeah, size for sure. And sometimes you get odd spacing between keys, so you might misbuy or something. I had that happen in the show match the other week when I was playing with a keyboard.
Sure.
Like if they've got macro keys along one side that like put your hands off by like one position that you're not used to. But it's pretty minor, right? I mean, you could argue key switches, like browns versus reds.
That's a comfort thing, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
For typing.
So for the sake of playing through it, you could definitely switch out a keyboard. Mouse, a little harder.
Well, they're going to restart the PC now. They haven't tried that yet. And if it doesn't work, we will change the PC out. So there are options. The cogs are turning. And we'll see if this will be enough to get them back in the game.
They've had to unlock the lovely Pelican case that has his phone because he'll have to authenticate his Steam.
Absolutely. So waiting for the admin to get that sorted, give him a chance to reboot the PC. Round 18. This is the full eco, so luckily it's not one of those huge rounds on the line where everyone's tense. It's like, well, we just got Glocks only. We know which way this one's going. Give us a chance to reset. But if you are just joining us, this is a best of 3 in the, I guess, the winners bracket. And we'll see if, well, Astralis is making it through first.
The admin has kindly asked Dupree to stop typing in the server.
Please stop talking.
It's interesting that they've blocked you from seeing it now, Henry.
They have.
Wow, they caught on. They were on to us.
They've taken it all
They were like, that's it. Henry is revealing too much. He cannot be Julian Assange. We'll just get rid of him now.
The whistleblower. But it looks like this is back on. I'm going to go jump in his POV.
Well, I'm going to say based on the pictures on screen, it's not quite. Because the admins are the ones leaning in to do most of it.
Glaive's having some fun. I'm not going to get involved in that.
Let's not. They're going to take away the privilege. They give it back because we called them out. So now you can see it all again. So it is a bit of a complication. It's at the start of the second half. We're at 9-8 in favor of Astralis. They've won out both the pistol and the second round. So this is, with the force pod coming out of the T side, going to be a save. We already know that. Astralis was aware of it too because we started this round and then stopped halfway through it due to the issue.
Indeed. We're running a test now, Matt.
So they're going to go live.
The scientists have been pulled in.
We're going to go live in server. We may not even show it, not to confuse anyone at home. They're going to test it now. And then if it's good, they'll likely restart it one more time. And then we'll be good to go. No guns is the call. They just want to run around. They just want to make sure the keyboard works.
This is moving. That's a good sign. Fantastic work. We have a working keyboard.
That's just okay. Well, he's
Lights are working. The RGBs there.
He's already no one else is allowed to run. He's allowed to run. No one else. Well, no one is supposed to. I said that, and then just killing everyone inside spawn. But again, it's going to restart, so it doesn't matter. But Ista's going all the way to catwalk. If he gets all the way around to CT spawn, I think we call it good.
He's done a whole loop. Okay.
All right. I think we're good to go. Issa has his movement back.
Well, what an exciting finish that was to the technical issue. Probably my favorite technical pause of all time, to be honest.
It's one of them.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
The sentiment of unknown is certainly exciting.
Yeah, that was quite good. Had some great in-game banter. We had a mystery whether the keyboard would be working ever again. And we get to hear them kind of chatting as well. So it really was probably one of my favorite pauses of all time.
All time,
we'll make
ever.
We'll make a YouTube video of the best ones ever.
My favorite was during the Grand Final G2 NIP Star Series in 2016. That went for an hour and a half in the middle of the final map.
Oh, I thought you were going to mean at DreamHack Malmo when we had
the bathroom break and they were sprinting to the bathroom.
They didn't make it back in time. They just got there for like the last second of freeze time. They were sprinting. That was another good one.
That one was all right. We saw Forrest like go blurring by.
Yeah, that was good.
His lovely man bun blowing in the winds.
Well,
this is live.
Hopefully, I'm staying on this myself just to make sure he's cool. He is moving for now, so I think once a kill comes in, that'll be it. We can't restart now. That's officially live. And we're off.
And he was involved in that kill as well. They didn't push mid it this time, obviously, because they couldn't. They'd revealed that already, but they did get back into it, and Device gets 2 kills. You said he had one before the stoppage was called last time, which $600 wasn't guaranteed to the Opera. Well, he's gotten more than that. He got $1,200 this round.
Yeah, so everything's fine. Everyone's happy now. No one can be too upset with the situation. Device actually gets more than what he probably thought he had originally, and they didn't give anything away at all. So absolutely fine for dupreeh and Device, who now get double orbs. dupreeh's 6-13. He's having a rough game. Oh, it gets even worse, I'm afraid. Through the door, Voxic takes him down. Oh dear, that was an orb towards the B site. That's gone. Don't see many kills like that straight up through the door. You normally see damage done, and that's quite impressive. They're going to try and capitalize on the B site here. Zipex does some damage. They get the save now. That's a classic Astralis call. They have to save at this point. They can't really take it.
Yeah, Glaive takes a lot of damage sprayed inside of the smoke. That's a fantastic shot of dupreeh. And the obvious response, kill at the doors, rush B.
This is kind of testament to why players, or teams I should say, kind of maybe move away from Dust2, because that's not so much a random element, but it certainly is something that can be detrimental to the squad. You can't control it, right?
It's something that it's hard to imagine a world where it doesn't exist because it's such an iconic staple on the map.
Yeah.
But it's something that I've argued against at a tactical level, at a pro level certainly, to say maybe we don't need it.
At the same time, he jumps across the top right where he
hits the shot. It's a skilled shot.
He had no smoke cover there. If he had smoked the middle and ran through the smoke, it's almost certainly not going to happen.
And then you get the argument, though, that you've got to use a smoke or a nade early and it's less utility. Again, I don't know what's right or wrong in this situation. It's a unique feature that's kind of fun, but I can see why people would be frustrated.
For me, it's like, yeah, sure, it might not be, in terms of like competitive play, the best thing for the game, but in terms of pure hype, imagine we're doing that in the grand final right there.
It's sick.
And it's a game like this, like, why not? Like, that's so cool.
And again, like I said, I mean, maybe there is some merit, but there's an argument for the same principle the other way. There is some skill involved. I remember the game Body, that is unreal. Remember the game Body just got absolutely destroyed by Guardian, like every round except for 2? Unbelievable.
Really cool stuff, though. Well, double up setup still for Astralis. It's 10-9. No opening kills now, as Voxic actually just runs straight towards B. He's trying to really build this side of the map, and you think he was going to hit that. dupreeh challenges with the orb close range, and they'll have to extinguish the flames now. I don't think they'll push this, HellRaisers, that is. dupreeh watching for the mid-split. Smoke towards CT spawn. Angel with a chance to get that first kill, but falls back. He knows grenades will be coming in that position now. So there we go. Another exciting start, but no damage done. Round 20.
Damage done now. Wave a nade as Hobbit gets tagged up. He's actually going to get taken down, so the long battle works. They get a nade in. Glaive's able to swing out and grabs the gun for it. He's gotten the kill on Hobbit without much trouble at all. In fact, still no damage done back in way of Astralis. Leave him flash himself back across. Meanwhile, dupreeh over at B has an off angle, an aggressive angle, with the op in his hands, 1 of 2. Device with the second one. It's at the standard spot on A on the, not quite car, but on the ramp. He can rotate off of that based on information. dupreeh's slowly been leading back in, right? Now he's playing the hugging the wall so he can get out when they get there closer. Fires in, they know he's there, smoke down. That'll buy some time. Dead Fox thought about going through, in fact he still will. Flash out, and Angel is already on mid. They want to go, they gotta go now. In fact, they've got window, but just with one, dupreeh with the other. Good hold! That's impressive considering it was a B split and they had no information as to window. The rotations come out and save the day.
Absolutely, that's impressive. The fact that dupreeh even survives that encounter is impressive nonetheless, but still, Mage is backing him up, and he didn't go down to the player at the door as well. Perfectly done B split from HellRaisers. Just couldn't crack open the side at all. The fact they get 2 players towards the doors and window unscathed suggests it went very well indeed, but couldn't find the shots required to actually get in the site. They've got another buy here, but Astralis looking likely to take us to a 3rd map, as that double up setup is working out quite nicely for them. 11-9 overall. Money is there for HellRaisers. They take a tactical timeout this time to work out which way they want to take round number 21. Is Glaive enjoying himself? Here's the replay of Glaive getting it down the long doors, pushing through the T-smoke, and this was the kill that really decided the round. You see towards the window straight after that, he had to defend himself and still managed to survive. All the angles taken care of as Dupree backing him up. And we get into it. HellRaisers running out of opportunities to get a scout for Voxic. Surprise, that's the call, but he's very proficient with the weapon, but can't really challenge much more than this. Has to just go for the initial kill and go for some wall bangs. Can't really stay there and try and take down Device or Dupree. If they push up towards T1, that could be a problem. Device stays on short.
Yeah, gotta back off. Didn't get anyone there early enough for him to feel comfortable staying in that position. Likewise, there's been no activity toward long where Glaive is stationed, so he's starting to get a little bit antsy. This, in fact, could skew the rotation, but Device still up above. Manages to get one, falls off the wall, and now can rotate back onto the ramp. So they've got their setup pretty much in stone at this point in time. They will lead off Xyp9x from CT early. Remember, he's iconic from playing in CT spawn. That's the interesting thing about going to Dust2 for Astralis. This is back to like old school TSM days for them in a lot of ways. They still have their core from those days, and those core done work. Dupree able to find Issa this round. Voxic. They'll go back down with Deadfox covering off to try and recover the bomb. The AWP doesn't stick around. In fact, Deadfox going to try and take the initiative of opening up middle, but look who's still watching.
The big man himself, he's going to hit that shot, no problem. As Deadfox goes down, it's just Voxic, and will be left in a 4 versus 1. Still possible to get the bomb down with just one player being in the B side. That's Magus, but he should be playing incredibly defensively, which he is. He's got the AK as well. Happily takes the challenge and before the commitment comes in towards the site, and that is going to be eco territory for HellRaisers. 12-9 down. Have to just go Glocks only on this one. That'll be 13-9. Looks like we could be seeing Inferno after all.
I would say that's very likely at this point in time.
The punish had to come in here, though. Dust2 is where they had to really solidify their chances of getting that 2-0. I don't think this is going to happen on Inferno for them. Remember, this is still a new team. Essentially been to one event, which is in Malta. I didn't catch their play there, but doesn't seem like it'd be ready to maybe go the full distance against Astralis in a best of 3, especially on a map like Inferno to close things out. So like we said, Glocks only, a P250 at the end, and a flashbang. Just going to try and get up towards short or out middle, perhaps.
Dupree catches Deadfox. Xyp9x already pushed up his short work of Angel. A little bit longer work on Voxic, who's got the flashback around the corner. And Voxic actually gets the kill despite being tagged early. But 1 on 4, I think we're pretty much done with this round, Henry. So over to you.
Thank you so much, Matthew. Yes, we're here live in the first best of 3 of the day. It's going to be 13-9. Astralis looking incredibly comfortable here as HellRaisers do have another buy available to them. It's round number 23 and the long spawn comes in. Now remember, map, it's a very spawn-focused map here on Dust2. Deadfox will be going for that first kill here, and sometimes that will cancel out all strategies they had in mind because that spawn is so exciting to get. And I'd like to see Deadfox open things up just to get things kicked off here in true style. We'll see if he gets it. And we're off. Back to you.
Back to me. Well, Glaive's got an AUG. That's the first one we've seen in a while, and he's going to try to use that to good effect towards long. In fact, look at the aggression at long. Everybody's there. Everyone, including one player that's gone down inside of the pit, that being the former Majiskin. They don't know that he's there, so this could be a problem. Deadfox aware, though, turns around. How is he going to do this? He gets all 3. Is he aware there's still one more?
No.
They're not. Majiskin.
No.
This could foil everything. He knows they've gone by. They've already spotted players in the pit. What's the chances that there's going to be another? Oh, he's got them all. 1, 2, and 3, potentially 4, but he's got to hit the shots. He's dropped the bomb. He's temporarily held that at bay. Tries to find a third and can't do it, but he's weakened them up. Look at the HP for Deadfox and Voxic.
This is insane. Device left in the 3-on-1, but it's certainly possible for him. I thought Magus had that one done, but yes, it is going to be round over. Surely, Magus had that on a play mat. He could have maybe found 4 kills there. That would have been the craziest turnaround ever. Oh my goodness, Deadfox, we built that one up quite nicely. We focused on his spawn, and it certainly proved to be the catalyst to success for HellRaisers there. He pushes through, flashes himself in the smoke there. There was so much smoke down. He gets 3 kills in front of him, one falling back for the smoke. They know he's there, and you wouldn't expect a 4th player to be there, to be fair to HellRaisers. But Magus gets 2, but was worth maybe 1 more there to give Device a real fighting chance. Not meant to be, but the round was still expensive for HellRaisers, considering they got the first 3 kills in their favor. Double up set up out again. There's another buy available for Astralis, so HellRaisers still looking to break the bank. Dupree really has been picking up the secondary or more and more these days. Doesn't hit the shot, but spots one towards short. Zipex almost looks like he's guaranteed a kill here, but no, gets the dink, and that's why we talk about the AK M4 battle so much. If he had the AK there, he wins that hands down, and that's why the CTs will always pick up those AKs if they can. And it's Angel getting down to 90, well, taking 90 damage down to 10, and getting the opening pick there, purely down to the fact he had the AK-47.
Device. Trying to hit the shot on. Oh, Angel couldn't find it.
Craters.
What?
He doesn't get. He'd already been tagged up.
He didn't even hit the shot. He was already tagged. He just didn't do the math.
I haven't seen that before. I've seen people crate a.
He had to just walk off it. He wasn't. Yeah.
That's actually kind of awkward. Like, it's a really nice idea.
Leaders, smart maths.
They baited out so nicely. They bait the shot out. He misses it. Now he got the low HP player in spawn. That's why great position, but then he craters.
And then Voxic has no idea where and which glaive came from. You can see how confused he was where he was being shot. Dead Fox goes back to get him. But look at the HP. This is, yeah, not ideal. They would have had one more man in this situation and probably a lot more confidence to take mid. Bomb's going to get thrown. Oh, it's not. It was going to be thrown back up to Cat. The problem is now he's got to throw it again. He's low HP. Does get away with it. But just is aware of the plan, though. Device misses one shot. Round on Hobbit at this point. Because Device misses it. Hobbit, this is insane. Guys opened up the A site. They're going to get the plant on this. HP's still low, but Magisk sneaks in, gets one from Elevator. Ace is directly to his right. Gun barrel still showing, but Ace doesn't want to peek this because he's only sitting on 23 himself. But if he gets around to the position, which he does now, Magisk already looking towards CT, or excuse me, towards the ramp. Pretty much done. Dupree's got to get back with the AWP. I can't believe that. Angel kills himself. They get a flank. They trade the flank. Bomb gets missed on a throw on a low HP player, and they still get it over toward A.
There's a position on this map called Suicide, but it's not that. That is super weird. So he's trying to jump off and get towards CT spawn, right? I guess if he jumped a little bit deeper, not directly down towards spawn, he would have taken less damage, because the way the ramp obviously works.
He did strafe.
He did strafe, like, but it went too deep. I think he'd, like, I'm obviously showing you, he'd, like, strafe out and went too deep, like landing here, instead of landing, like, here, where he would have been in K. But still, that's a really bizarre anomaly. You don't see that too often. So there you go. Already tagged up aware of his HP, but they still win the round, so doesn't really matter, to be honest. And that should be not money broken just yet, but they're certainly getting there. The AWP saved is definitely going to guarantee a buy, so let's see how deep he goes in towards spawn. It actually wasn't as deep as I thought, but still not quite deep enough, or shallow enough, I should say. So he's trying to get right in there. He dodges the AWP shot, but meets his grave right there in the bottom.
All right. Well, that's that then. 13-11. They still win the rounds. I am shocked.
The only crater I can think of that was when Sunny did it on Nuke, perhaps.
Oh,
that was definitely the last, like, one that wasn't provoked. That's the only time I can think of another one like that.
Yeah, that's a fantastic point. Yeah, there was also, I think, Forrest jumping from Silo when you no longer need to jump anymore.
Yes, yeah.
But I think he was tagged halfway down.
Yeah, so if you get tagged when you go down, you can't really do much about that. But if it's cleanly in that sort of scenario, can be a bit rough. But like we said, they win the round. Not a huge deal. Round 25, and the double AWP set up back out again for Astralis. Voxic hasn't been as scary as I thought he would be on Dust2, to be honest. He's been quite average for his sort of standards. You can boost in that blue pin, by the way. We don't see that enough, I don't think, for players anchoring the long position, but maybe we will, as a long take is coming in from HellRaisers. They're going to smoke the corner twice, I'd imagine. Flash over, but Glaive is playing in front of those smokes, so they're going to wait for that CT smoke to actually dissipate first before they make their next move. Two players, now just one. That's going to be Glaive defending this long take. Smoke's going down. He needs to find at least one kill here. He can't go down with nothing. That would be a huge issue.
He has. He's gone. He's been erased. Issa's got the kill. Double smoke. I like the way they're isolating long, by the way. It's like the opposite. We used to see the isolation come out from Catwalk to hold players there. They're doing the opposite. They're actually taking the players there and isolating the site itself.
Yeah, this is classic Dust2 gameplay. Like, we used to do that strategy in Source. That was like one of the most common strats you could do. Two smokes in the corner, focus that player in the pit. The flashbangs are so effective. You can really challenge him there, and it's going to be Issa, who's low HP with the AWP, holding towards top and middle. Will be taking the second frag of the round. Still not over yet. 5-on-3, CT side. All it takes is a nice sequence and a good spray down, and mistakes made. No trade potential there. Angel doesn't have to commit to those sort of angles when they've got this sort of lead. Go together. And mistakes being made in a low HP player. This decides the round for me. If Zipex goes down with nothing, I would say it's a round for HellRaisers. The fact he gets one, there's still a low HP player, though, is not over. You've got Device waiting with the AWP on site, but that's the trade they're looking for. Did the bomb drop down and spawn? No, they've actually managed. Oh, it has done. I don't think they have time to plant anymore. They've got 8 seconds. The round's over.
It's over. It's down below.
Oh,
Fell over the ledge.
That's the worst possible outcome.
That's atrocious for them. They had such a brilliant round. They had such a brilliant round. I mean, they started off so well. They isolated long, 2-on-1 in the end, and they're going to make it 13-12, and they'd have money on their side. That's how this game could actually fall apart for them, because now Astralis just needs 2.
That shouldn't be happening, but if you are too close to that wall, there's always a risk the bomb trickles down. The bomb should be at the very back to avoid that, just hugging the wall. Oh my goodness, that might actually decide the game here. That's huge. Devices gets 1 kill and wins it because the bomb trickles down. That's actually kind of insane. We've been treated to quite the series here. We might get a 3rd map at this point. So, all about the Voxic. Galil though for Hobbit. They're pushing up a B. Oh my goodness, it's kicking off once again. Issa needs to fight back here. He will bring it back to the 3 versus 3, but he's heavily tagged. 1 player left in towards the B side. That's going to be Magisk. Isolated. This is such a hard-hitting round. Fast-paced as Device now with the flank. He's got it all to work with. You can see there, Angel aware of the prospect of the push. Spots him, but I don't think he's going to get this frag. I think Device is good for 1. Down to 10 HP, just trying to stay alive at this point. They're not going to worry too much about him. They know he's low. And at this point, Magisk comes out. He doesn't get that kill.
They know he's low, and they know that they can beat him to the site as well. So there's really no chance that he can catch them off in this. So HellRaisers looking to wrap up a 12th round, which arguably should have happened last time. Astralis are well aware of the situation. They're going to back off. They get 1 M4. They pick that up, trade it over. So Magisk holding on to that will at least give them something to work with. AK picked up for Device, and they'll be able to buy or at least force around that in the next. But if they lose that, we're at 14-13. This could actually end up being 16-14 still for HellRaisers.
You're absolutely right. This is actually a really cool series so far. I'm surprised at HellRaisers. The level they're showing and keeping up with Astralis, considering they just changed one of their main players. Like Bondic's been a key fragger for them for the last few months, especially in the London Major. He was fantastic there. But bringing Hobbit in seems to be working out. This is actually looking very good for maybe pulling back a 2-0 as well now. Tactical timeout. This one will be called by Astralis, I believe. So we will see if they are going to force around the 2 rifles that are saved. They absolutely will, by the looks of things. There's an AK saved from the previous round, but this decides if HellRaisers can really get back into this to tie things up at 14-14 to give us a real fantastic finish here. Exciting times. Issa with the AWP right now. I'm sure that'll be passed over to Voxic. Like, Dust2 is actually one of the few maps in the pool we actually have a viable T-sided double AWP setup. It's certainly, I say viable lightly because it's a top level play. It's probably not ideal, but it can be done.
14-12, map 1 in favor of HellRaisers.
Issa still has the AWP. That suggests they might be going with a double AWP setup. They're not. Just gonna leave him on it. Maybe Voxic not feeling it today.
Issa also has a crazy
and he has a long spot.
Yeah,
that's exactly why.
Gone out, fired it, and likely transfers it back over now. Voxic's just toward top middle. They want to peek and secure position. In fact, Voxic doesn't. Okay, I was going to say, doesn't slow down and wait for the op to get to him. They want to take Device. He gets back around the corner just in the nick of time. I don't think he was spotted. Flash out. He's on the ledge. Can find one and fall, but Angel, great entry.
Did the AWP drop? That was the AK Device had.
It was. Molotov to sight. Nade goes the other way. Great nade as well. Look at the damage to Angel. This has copped quite a bit of that as well. Molotov should take Angel out. There's no escape from the corner unless he runs forward. Running forward is going to leave him vulnerable, but the good counter. Molotov still in play on the ramp means Glaive couldn't get the peek, but all too easy once that's gone. Double smoke down. Elevator position. Zipix has the headshot, but it's... Oh, Hobbit, he got 2 from that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, he has the angle, but it's the M4. The AK just dismantles them entirely, and now we've got a 4-on-2. Side open, bomb to be planted. What do we talk about with money? Astralis are already long gone.
Yeah, that's actually huge. Hobbit, I'd love to see that from his POV if possible. That sounded really juicy. As they were floundering somewhat there towards short. The grenades were excellent from Astralis. The incendiaries were down as well. They were having to extinguish those and fight back best they could. They're the ones that hit the shots. That's incredibly difficult shot for the CTs to hit, especially with the M4s. Try and tap away those heads. You can see Glaven for the full commitment on spray. Didn't work out for him, and Dupree might as well look for exits. He's only got the CZ. Their money is absolutely wrecked next round. That's a full reset again. Second loss bonus only available. So Magisk with the M4, the rest of them are going to get $1,900. They have to let it go 14-14, really. They say the M4 is always a fighting chance, especially that CZ up as well. Doesn't look like another kill will be found. So 4 survive for HellRaisers as they avoid map point once again. My goodness, so Hobbit, that sounded excellent. What a team they're looking to be. There was an interview recently on HLTV with the coach John, I believe, saying he feels that this version of the team is going to be excellent. And can't really argue with the results so far. This is Hobbit getting it done with the AK. Really nice stuff there. That secures the round, hands down. And they're going for a quick play. As they drop down towards short, there's the old classic 4-king stack or NOA, whichever way you're inclined.
And they run boost him off of it. I don't know if that was intended or not, but it gets him out of dodge. Magist gets Hobbit. You're right, it certainly is. It opens up on that single kill alone. Watch for long, though. Spotted toward elevator position. They back away. It's going to be Dupree. This is incredible. It's Dead Fox that gets Dupree immediately in return, but it's a 4-on-2. Dead Fox unsure of where he's being shot from. You're right. This is going to be map point Astralis. This is falling apart because they're starting to panic. Even with a minute and 19, they're forcing the play considerably.
I still don't understand this play. When you know they're broken for money, why teams go so fast? Especially against a team like Astralis as well. Got so many tricks up their sleeve. Give yourself a fighting chance. Get the intel first before you really commit like that towards short. Great stack. You don't see that too often actually these days, and they do confirm the round at this point. As it will be Astralis find map point. That's so disappointing from HellRaisers. Really didn't have to commit to that fast push and just throw it away. But excellent stuff from Astralis. Like I said, that I call it 4-kings or NOA. It depends whichever way you look at it. Right, way back in the day, that boost was very common in 1.6 and Source to some extent. You could just boost up towards short and stop those sort of plays, and what a stack it is. As you can see them both actually challenging, taking down Angel. I'm sure Natu can give more information on that stack. But he's not analyzing next, so don't worry about it. So I don't know why I said that. Anyway, round 29. And it will be map points and a desperate times for HellRaisers with Galil and Mac 10.
Possible. Don't rule it out. Fast take, rush his sight, get it over with. Dead Fox holding toward the B tunnels if anyone pushes through with the Mac 10. If they go that way, he'll naturally be the first entry. Meanwhile, Issa back toward mid is taking no chances to see if anyone has pushed up on Catwalk. Hobbit's actually starting to go. Molotov. Glaves heard it bounce. Likewise throws the smoke down. Zipic's partially flashed, but nade at the ready. That could do massive damage to Hobbit. Would do massive damage to Hobbit. Sees it coming, manages, Devoxic manages to jump away in time. Device, vision back in time. Angel's gone. He's never jumping down there. Kills himself once. Device kills him the other. Smoke down inside of middle, but Issa sees some spray coming through it and doesn't want to overcommit. Oh, he does, though. Gets caught by Zipix, and look how fast that put him down to 15 HP. Good damage onto Magist. That'll help the take from the tunnels, but he wants to figure out if he can spot anyone pushing through, because he alone on 15 cannot take B.
Oh, my goodness. The smoke exchange, pretty scary right now. 5 and 4 still for Astralis. Zipex trying to find players towards the window. Zipex will go down. There's still 2 in the B bomb side there. It looks like this might be done. 3 versus 2. Time running out as well as Hobbit jumps up towards the bomb side boxes here. Not going to find that shot at all. Bomb goes down, and indeed the round as well. We're going to the third map, ladies and gents. It's going to be Inferno. Astralis holds strong there on Dust2. It was looking a little bit turbulent at times, but it has to be that eco victory that really sends us to the third. That's HellRaisers dropping the ball, I would say.
Yeah, second time we've seen a map come into the pool for Astralis that hasn't been very convincing. We talked about the MIBR train matchup at ECS. Now we find at EPL that Dust2 was a bit of a question, but yes, it's Inferno, and Astralis have a chance to still win this series, pull themselves back through at the top of the group.
That last round for HellRaisers really did come out to haunt me, but what a map it was. Really exciting things. So many back and forth affairs, great clutches, amazing sequences, mistakes made, but still we have Inferno to come, and that could be even more exciting. I don't know how it's possible, but we'll find out after this break, ladies and gentlemen.